Acho que eu vou pegar carona na pergunta do Daniel e perguntar qual que é o principal problema da democracia brasileira que precisa ser reformada.
I'm less well equipped to say much about that because I'm really not an expert in Brazilian politics. I think that more than the institutions that Brazil faces, Brazil is a very hard country to govern, and certainly to govern democratically, because of long-standing problems in its society. Brazil is an extraordinarily unequal society. That inequality has to do with income and wealth and region, but also very much with race. And that Brazilians have begun to grapple with much more in the 21st century, but have not seriously come to terms with. Brazil also has a level of violence that is difficult to reconcile with stable democracy. There's a level of fear and insecurity in Brazil that creates a temptation to vote for a sort of authoritarian right. I mean, every time in modern history where you get a middle class and a democracy that gets fearful for its security, you have a cloud above you, and a risk of an authoritarian right-wing turn. That exists in Brazil. And again, I don't think the institutions are such the problem, but another major issue and potential threat to Brazilian democracy continues to be the armed forces. The armed forces has become a much more democratic institution than it was in much of the 20th century. But there have been too many signs in the last 5 or 6 years of military intervention, comments that shouldn't be made, political behavior that is way out of line. And as long as the military is able to step into politics and put its thumb on the scale of justice or on the scale of elections, that's also going to be a major threat to